This time we are at Fiddlers Bend Offroad Park in Oklahoma.
Fiddlers Bend in Oklahoma. This is the first time we've ever been to this park. We're at this really cool overhang where we can overlook the Illinois River.
Yep.
We've done a lot of these videos, but I've never introduced myself. Anyways, my name's Esta Wise, and this is my friend Larry Curtis.
Hello.
We work together, and we've been off-roading together for what, 5 to 10 years now.
Yeah.
And you know, we enjoy making these videos. And you're going to see a lot more of them, but I figured today we'll show you Fiddlers Bend and what it's like here.
It's on Wise Wheelin'.
Oh yeah, on Wise Wheelin' on YouTube.
Alright, now we got that really awkward introduction out of the way, and we're going to show you Fiddlers Bend. I like making the videos and taking video, but I get really uncomfortable if I get recorded. Once you exit the highway, it's about a mile down a dirt road till you reach the front office, and then you go in and pay your entrance fee. So after paying your entrance fee, you go a little bit further down the road to the parking area. Now we're unloaded, we're going to go out and explore the park. We'd been wanting to check this park out for a while now, but they seem to have events go on quite often, and we usually avoid the bigger events just because we want to actually go there and enjoy the wheeling, and that's hard to do if there's a ton of people. If you follow the yellow arrows, it'll lead you down to the bathrooms and campground. Found that most of the trails here were pretty easy. There are some areas though that you can do some pretty crazy hill climbs, way beyond our capabilities, but they're there if you want to try them. I don't mention any trail names throughout this video because, well, I didn't see any trail names. There's a few areas in the park where you can get right down next to the river. We ran across the ruins of an old house that used to be there. this one area of the park, there's a pretty good sized hill that you could climb, and it's right next to the Illinois River. And once you get to the top, you get a pretty good view of the river from there. never fails. If it's something I can't get up, Larry can just drive right up it. Well, it was about lunchtime, so we thought we'd sit by the river and eat our lunch. We happened along a little track that was down here. close to the track was some hill climbs that we couldn't do. So Larry's Jeep had a U-joint that was getting ready to fail on him, on his front axle, so we piled in my Jeep and we went and explored a little bit more. As you can see here, there are huge hills to climb. I think it's their one of their bounty hills. But I opted to wimp out and take an easier route. We ended up happening along this really cool trail down in the valley, and it wasn't that hard or technical, but it was really pretty down there. So we had been there all day, and it was time to head back to the trailer, load up, and head home. We had had a long day of it. We really like this park though, and we fully intend on coming back someday. We kind of wanted to stay longer, but we had like a 2-hour drive to get home. But little did we know at this time we had a long night ahead of us. So we got all loaded up and we were heading home, and we had made it into Arkansas, and then this happened. got a full video of it that I made, but in short, this kid's tires popped off and hit my trailer and totaled the trailer. And this has been about a month ago, and I still don't have a trailer. So Larry was cool enough to drive me back down that night and get my Jeep. We didn't get it back to my house until like 2:30 in the morning, so it was a long night. But we're all okay. Nobody got hurt real bad. My son ended up complaining of neck pains the next day, so we took him to the hospital to get him checked out. As always, thanks for watching, and if you like these videos, please like and subscribe.